I met my boyfriend in college when we had a class together. He was struggling because of his party lifestyle, but I, being a studious introvert, was thriving. He begged me to help him, and I relented eventually. I hated his guts, but for some reason, he made me fall in love with him. He was such an open book too, and he waited patiently for me. I didn't let him kiss me until 4 months into dating and didn't sleep with him until our 1-year anniversary. He was my first, and I really wanted to be sure I was giving my virginity to someone who truly loved me. I didn't ask him to, but he slowly gave up partying and drinking for me, and we both found a new friend group in college that we've maintained to this day. He gave up everything willingly because he said he'd rather spend time at home with me. The one thing from his past that he didn't give up on was his childhood best friend, whom we'll call Max. Max always hated me. I think he blames me for thinking that he sees my boyfriend only a few times a month and that he isn't fun anymore. He also openly questions our relationship in front of both of us and says stuff like, "You'll come to your senses eventually," when talking to my boyfriend. I told him I wasn't comfortable, so since then, he never let Max around me, but they still hung out, and I really didn't mind because I trusted him. Okay, so this is what happened recently. Max got engaged to his long-term off-again girlfriend and invited both of us over to celebrate. It would have been just the 4 of us. Restrictions have been lifted in our area as long as contact and the number of people involved were kept to a minimum. I declined, which, in retrospect, was a big mistake. BF offered to stay with me, but I told him he didn't need to, and I'd understand if he wanted to support Max, even though I despised the guy. Again, this was a mistake in retrospect. The next morning, BF came home crying. We are living together. He was still clearly hungover, so I bathed him and put him to bed. When he woke up a few hours later, he told me everything. Apparently, he got really drunk at the party. Max's fiancé, who I guess I'll call homewrecker or HM, was very flirty with him the whole night and helped him when he passed out. The next thing BF says he remembers is that when he woke up, HM was giving him a BJ while he was naked. He says he was too drunk and just went along with it while Max watched. According to BF, they're into the whole hot wife thing, whatever that means. The next thing BF says he remembers is waking up naked next to HM with a bunch of used condoms around them. He rushed home after that. My heart is breaking right now, guys, and I really don't know what to do. He's been begging me for a second chance, even showing me he blocked Max and HM on everything. He promised never to contact them again. He also swears to not drink when I'm not around anymore, and that he'll keep his phone unlocked so I can look through it whenever I want, no questions asked. He kept telling me how much he regrets it, how much he loves me, and that I was the only one. The sad thing is, I believe him. This man was my first everything, and I feel like my world is just crumbling around me. A few weeks ago, we were thinking about getting married and how many kids we wanted. Now? I can't even look at him without my heart breaking in two. This all happened a few days ago, and I've barely left the room. He's giving me space, but he's also doing the little things that make me fall for him again. He keeps the house clean, he's been cooking me the food I like, and leaving short love notes beside it on the dinner table. I'm lost right now. I so desperately want to forgive him, but every time I look at him, I can't shake off the image of him being with another woman. I know I was never his first, but he kept promising me I was going to be his last, and he broke it. Despite everything, though, deep down, I still love him. Guys, I don't know where to go from here. I'm crying just typing this out, but I don't have anyone to talk to about it. Usually, when problems this big come up in my life, he's the one I turn to for help. I love him, but I don't know if I can trust him anymore. What should I do? Will a couples counseling help? Should I just cut my losses and end it? He seems very remorseful, and he did confess to the whole thing immediately after. Should I give him a chance?